Hello, good afternoon. This is 18th November 2020. Associations, buildings, yes, and meeting we had in the platform to overtake the present administration and president and the past presumed mafia of 8 million refit of the building, which we reduced to 4 million cost. They felt the pressure from us, and then we are reducing it to 2.6 million. Below you have a link of Luis, our architect that wrote this report, and it is very clear. It is lump sum 2.6 with regards of at cost 4. So these presumed liars, presumed thieves, these your father, your mother, if they are your grandparents, yes, this public of these neighbors, there's a Bilbao Council, Bilbao Water Consortium, this public use of private money. You can see from 8 million to its 4 million that they are now saying they have reduced the budget of refit. We don't need air conditioning. We don't need new windows. We don't need to paint the outskirts of the building. So it is really like a first class building because a lot of small proprietors have gone bankrupt, and we have responsibility to defend the small proprietors. Even some medium proprietors are having huge problems to pay the expenses of the building because this public expenditure has no limit. So if you are Northern European country, do not give them 140 billion. These people from this country will spend that money before you know they will pay more immigrants not to work, and they will not put 3 million Spanish to sail on board merchant ships. But going back to the building, which is another story, this is like Star Wars, this is building wars. You have seen yesterday this Spanish rocket, 200 million. This is the black public side, yes, the dark side, the dark administration of buildings. That's what they do with 200 million. They send the rocket and then they are not going to fire them. They are going to continue to be employed. This is so inefficient. Then we have this building whereby already, yes, you see those colors? Yes, we have approx 26% of the building. The dark side has 26% of the building. But if you are in the dark side, then please think about it. Your daughter, your son, your father, your mother must know that you are making a small proprietors pay. This is just the lifting of the building. I mentioned the heating, air conditioning, windows, and the image of the building. We don't need to change these 8 million euros. They went down the dark side to 4. We have a budget of 2.6, which is lump sum, all included. Now they think you are stupid, you are thick. They can presumptively steal from you all your wallet, all your money. Yes, the public institutions. They have 50,000 buildings. They can work in one. Alexa, are you open? Yes, 24/7. Thank you. What is your cost, Alexa? I am free. Oh, I appreciate that. Well, these guys get paid and they think that's all they do. How can I increase the cost? And then how can I provide this information? So we are going to put them a criminal demand. We are waiting to see which is the real criminal side they realized, because we know that the Spanish justice is inutile. It's 2.5 years, it's 7 years to get a sentence. There's no point. And then some even say that a lawyer today mentioned that these judges is like not a kindergarten, because in the kindergarten they don't get paid for playing football and everything. And some say that the judges are like a house of yes, one of those. So if you pay them, then they don't look other way. Yes, presumptively. But in any way, the sentence is 7 years. So in 7 years, the dark side can spend 8 million instead of 0, because we don't need to change the heating, the windows, and the lifting of the building image. We don't need to do that. I mean, it's not their money, and they are not proprietors. They should not have the right to vote. But if you go in that area of who has the right to vote or not, then you end up in the justice. And there is no justice, because this guy is the one that pays more, and they are in the dark side. The justice is public side, so is the dark side. Therefore, we are not going to focus. We are going to focus that the dark side must know, their kids must know, their parents must know what a waste of time and money, because it is going to influence your psychology to be working in the dark side, isn't it? Because if you have a key performance indicator of 5%, what's the point? If you work with 100%, then you're happy, motivated, then you like what you do. That's my case. I guess it's your case. But then you have to differentiate. Never work in the dark side. Never. So then parking spaces. We have 106 parking spaces. 40 parking spaces, 40 are from the water consortium. We don't understand why they don't park their cars or why they use cars. It's very simple. But as you know, Spain has 12,000 public cars, and US 500. So you can really analyze what is the effectivity of the 140 billion North Europe is going to finance Spain. Don't do that. They will buy more cars and more parking cars in my office. See, so small, medium companies and big companies will have to get out of their offices because the public dark side starts invading. So we are going to make this criminal demand later. We're just waiting to see which is the strongest point. Did the ex-president of Bilbao Water Consortium have the empowerment? We cannot go penal regarding providing proof that the contracts they signed without the authority of the members of the building, because then even if they did everything, say at a 1% efficiency, for example, providing a general budget, not closing it, that's not really proof. So I know it is very ridiculous that this inefficient is like saying, can I have penal prevention signature that everything is, no one gets commissions and blah, 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 like we do in professional white side. Well, the dark side never abides by these new regulations, penal prevention regulations we do. So yes, it is ridiculous. But if you go to judge this to the justice side, which is a dark side, then you lost the game, because they don't even sign this. Yes. So anyway, now going back to the numbers, then there is two ways. There is the percentage and there is the numbers of proprietors. Now we are starting to clear that the number of proprietors, if it is 40%, 40 of the total. So we have 55 offices, out of which 41, don't forget this number, please, are proprietors, number of proprietors. And it's a total 71% of the building. And then we have 21% parking spaces. So, or no, 29 and then 71, that's 100. So, and then these out of 106 parking spaces, then approx 40 of the water consortium. You guess for what? The directors need the car and need the parking space. Yes, I don't know why. Probably they need 60,000 euros wage, and probably they need also 5 hours work, and probably they need a 5% key performance indicator, and probably they signed some papers without having empowerments and they overwent into the expanding, but probably you cannot go against that. But then their kids must know who they are, what they do to the rest of society now, because Spain could have 500 million inhabitants instead of 47, because the tax could have been 95% lower, so people could have more kids. Simple. But anyway, those are the guilty ones. Yes. So now then, going back to these numbers of the parking spaces, we have 21%, which is 106 parking spaces, out of which 40 is the water consortium. Then there is other public like Euskotren is a Basque train, and so we made simulation, rational expected simulation, statistical figures, and we are going to my core focus. And then this is approx 40 different, no, we mentioned 31 different proprietors. Therefore, so we have 41 in the building office side, and then 31 in the parking side. Then that's 72. Out of 72, we need 40% of proprietors to turn this new extra refit of the building down. Very simple. So if it is 40% of 71, I told you I'm going back to my numbers. That's what I like. So it's 30 proprietors only. We already have 18. I think Dark Side has another 18, so we are 18 and 18. The advantage is that the water consortium has 25% of the building, which I don't know why they bought this building, because they don't use it. How do you DPify this? Well, okay, you explain to your kids, please. Because this is tax money. When you drink water and you pay 50 euros, every household in Bilbao for the water, 50 euro, you think, well, according to Jose, this can be 10 euro. You think about the water, big water, my friend. Yes, I am water. I'm going to surf this line so good. I'm going to teach you how to surf this. Okay, so going back to the water competition, we are going to win. I need your parking spaces numbers, because you are strategical. You have just one parking space. But your vote is critical, because if Water Consortium has 25% of the building Albia 2 and they have 40 parking spaces, it's only one vote. But if you have a parking space and you are in Albia 2, please, you have to provide. Then we were going to put in the lifts, in the smoking area of the building. Everywhere we are going to put also in the lifts to the parking. In the cars, in the window shields of your car, please, 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 Big Water, we need your vote. So we are below putting here the report of this from 8 million to 4 million, our proof 2.6 all included, so they don't lie anymore to you. Mom and dad, don't lie to the neighbors, don't talk to them, don't say hello to them, unless they change now and they leave us under command. This is 8 million euros. We are going to stop. Yes, but this is one building. Multiply 50,000 buildings in Spain. 300 billion. But those occupying those buildings are justifying expenses growing like in this building. Here, then they have to share with us the white side. So then we are wolves. They will not be able to. But in the dark side, they are only like in the Palace of Justice, in the Council, Diputación, Vizcaya Province, Basque Government, all the public buildings, they never complain each other, because they are all part of the same circus. It's the dark circus. Don't give them 140 billion. Yes, they will spend it in refitting the buildings, making more museums, making more theaters. People cannot multiply themselves. Yes, they can decrease, like Machu Picchu. Yes, this is it. Very funny, Machu Picchu. So now I need your vote. We are going to get now a meeting. Once we have these 30 proprietors, so each parking space, I repeat, please, we are going to give you the telephone number of Manuel, the telephone number of Antonio, so you can give them the identity card, your identity card, and a voting empowerment, just a paper to sign. Then that way we will have these 30 proprietors. So the first thing we can do is we can stop this new refitting of the building completely. 1, 2. We can try to ask them to go. Come on, go home. Leave us manage our own building. We have so much expenses in security. I mean, this public expenditure is like, yes. And we are going the right path. We only need 11 parking spaces votes. Please, we already have 18. We are equal now in votes. We are not equal in percentage of the building because it's going to end up being 60-40. Who knows what use is that 60% key performance indicator? This is typification of what expenditure are them doing with the public money, with the water. 50 euro each home in Bilbao pays to drink water and the sky and the Basque Country. Instead of 50 euro, you can pay 10 euro for the same water and the quality. Think about it. And then you think about the train, about the council, about the Biscay province, Basque government, and then the buildings. So it's a couple of years free tax. Yes, that's all for you, for free. So it's just making numbers. And anyway, we will keep you updated. I will make now one in Spanish. If you know any proprietor of a parking space, please vote for us and then delegate the vote to Manuel and Antonio. And if you know anybody in this Excel page that is not yet green, is red or orange, you are in the dark side. You have plenty time. Today, it is 18th of November. It is around 12 p.m. We already had 6 meetings, 6 wolves, no more people allowed to be in a meeting. 6 wolves had a meeting. Architect, lawyer, statistician, accountant, director of the orchestra, and director of the circus. So all of us met today for an hour and a half in order to show you in this building what numbers you need. So then please get into the green side, the white side. If you are a kid and you know someone that works here in this building, is a proprietor of the parking space or office, okay, ask them to delegate the vote. Yes, because in the Albia 1 building, they are continuously having expenses. These people, once they start, it's like drugs. Once they start with this getting money out of you, proprietor, has no limit. I hope that in Europe and in Singapore and in Panama, USA, UK, they start then defending the rights each human. That's the task of this education. Thank you. Bye.